Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Sri Tips here, and we've got some carat gold material here that we're going to take a look at. I've got some 14K already sorted over here, some 10K stuff, and some 18K material. What I want to do is look through this stuff we have here. There's a couple of things in here that I want to try to offer for sale. These amethyst 14K gold earrings, very big amethyst pieces in them. And so what we'll do is we'll offer these for sale on my eBay site. I've got another piece here. This is the ring that Mrs. Sri Tips and I found at a flea market. It's got diamonds in it. White gold, 14K. Here's another item we'll offer for sale. I've got these 14K gold diamond earrings. Fire up the steamer. I've got an ultrasonic cleaner here, and we'll add the earrings and the ring in here. Plus we'll put the diamond earrings in here. White gold stuff that I've accumulated, and I just kind of hang on to these, and we'll do a separate video on this stuff. This is a diamond 14K gold diamond tennis bracelet, probably 1 carat, got small, 2 or 3 millimeter diamonds in it. Here's a nice white gold ring with a nice black opal in it and a small diamond. Let's get the rest of this stuff in here. Here's another nice item that I pulled out of there. It's a elephant charm bracelet. Each one of those elephants is 14K gold. The chain is also 14K gold. Weighs 32 grams. And this is just too nice to scrap. Might offer this for sale on my eBay site later on as well. All right, let's go ahead and measure our carat gold that we're going to be refining today. This is our 14K material. Add it to a melt dish. And we've got 92 grams of 14K. Turn the scale to 0. Add our 10K material, and that is going to be 58.5. Turn the scale to 0. Here's our 18K material. Add that in, and we've got 13 grams of 18K. I've done the calculations. I need 178.1 grams of sterling silver to properly inquart this amount of gold. And my estimated yield from this material should be 87.6 grams of 24K pure gold. So now what we'll do is we'll take this sterling silver that I've weighed out and take this out and inquart this gold. We're going to alloy sterling silver with this carat gold so that we can proceed to the next step. Here we go.
Looks like it clumped up a little bit on me, but that's okay. It's finally divided enough to where the nitric acid can get in there and dissolve out the silver and the base metals. So we'll get this in a beaker now.
Transferred the quarted gold into a beaker. I've got some used dilute nitric acid from a previous refining. So what we'll do is we'll use this to start extracting the silver and the base metals out of this quarted gold now. All the silver that we just added, plus any silver and base metals that was already in the carat gold, will come out of the alloy with these nitric acid oils. Carat gold is an alloy of gold, copper, silver, and zinc. The silver, copper, and zinc are all soluble in nitric acid, but the gold is not too soluble in nitric acid, so it will get left behind, and only the silver and the base metals will get pulled here. First nitric oil is complete. I was getting a little bit of water hammer in the beaker from steam explosions. I can hear it out here popping. This solution I'm pouring off is going to have a whole bunch of silver in it. So I'm putting it into one of my silver jars over here. It's full of sterling silver. That will consume the little bit of excess nitric that's still left in this solution. So now what we're going to do, someone suggested putting some sand down in the bottom of our heater here. So I'm going to try that and see if we can get this thing to quit hammering water. I mean, it explodes. The heat concentrates in a certain area, and then I get a little steam explosion. So I'm going to add a little bit of sand and spread that out in there. See if that'll help me. Should conduct heat just fine. Now what we'll do is add some water to this. Add some more of my dilute nitric from the previous refining. I'm adding a little bit more distilled water. Much. And then some more nitric acid. To react until we get all that, all the silver and base metals pulled out of that gold. As long as I'm pulling color, that means I'm still pulling base metals and silver out of there. So we'll just keep going until we get a colorless solution. what's happening here is you notice there's still some fumes in there, and the nitric is reacting with the silver and the base metals. And as it does that, it loses strength and can't penetrate into those pieces of imported gold any further, even though there's still active nitric in there. It becomes less active, less reactive, because the nitric gets consumed as this reaction happens. So it's best to throw in the towel, even though there's still some fumes being produced. It's best to throw in the towel and put in some fresh, potent nitric acid to continue the reaction. So that's what we're going to do. We just poured that off. You'll notice that there was a reaction in that silver jar. That's why I've got those pieces of silver in there to consume any of that excess nitric that's left in that solution. Notice that the color of the gold is turning brown now. That's what we want to see. Add some more nitric. And we'll go ahead and cover this up and let this continue to react. Going to get a pretty vigorous reaction here because there's plenty of active nitric acid left in that solution that I'm pouring off. We're almost there. We've almost got this reaction complete. Color of that metal now. Add some more water, just a touch, and then a dash of nitric acid. Close. You'll notice that the solution, the color in there has lightened up quite a bit. The hot ultrasonic and sterilized with the steam cleaner. 3.5 millimeter diamond. And the other one, there we go, 3.4 millimeters. So they're two 3.5 millimeter diamonds, cleaned and sterilized. We'll offer these for sale on my eBay site. According to this chart, 3.4 millimeter diamond is going to be 0.15 carat. So we've got two 0.15 carat diamonds, real diamonds, for a total weight of 0.3 or 1/3 of a carat for those diamond earrings. All right, let's get a weight on these. Looks like 0.6 grams of 14K gold. Still had a little bit of discoloration, so I'm gonna put them in the ionic cleaner and try to get that stuff off of there. Let's get these up out of here now. Get them into this little strainer. All that discoloration should be off of there now. We'll put these back in the ionic cleaner, or in the ultrasonic rather. Let that roll. I'm going to get in here. and get these earrings out of here now. Rinse them off real good. And now we'll hit it with some steam. This will kill any bacteria and sterilize them. Alright, hopefully we got all that junk off there. Now let's see what we got. There was some discoloration on the stems. I think we got it. I'm liking ferrous sulfate precipitation. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use some ferrous sulfate. The book tells me that I need about 1 pound of copperas for every 50 pennyweight of fine gold. There's 20 pennyweight in an ounce. So that'd be 2.5 ounces for a pound. I've got about 3 ounces out there. So I'm going to add about 550 grams of ferrous sulfate to this beaker. Here we go. Let's add it right on in. That should do it right there. Now let's go ahead and put this up on some heat. Add some distilled water. We're going to dissolve the ferrous sulfate over some low heat. Probably going to take a little bit more water, so I'm adding some more. We'll give it a stir. I've added some heat. We'll just let this dissolve and use this to precipitate the pure gold. When we get to that point, give it a quick stir. Just a touch, and let the rest of that go into solution. Pretty much got it. The nice thing about ferrous sulfate, it doesn't put off any fumes. I'm going to set this out of the way. Let's get our nitric acid boil. We're going to pour this off. You can see it's still got a little bit of color going on in there. And I want to do these nitric acid boils until all that color is gone. I'm not wasting the nitric acid here because I'm going to use it to dissolve this sterling silver. It's in my silver jar down here, so it's not being wasted. That sterling's got to be dissolved anyway before I can process it and run it through my silver. So now let's set this back on the heat. Add some water. A little bit more nitric acid. And I'm just going to keep doing these nitric acid boils until that solution stays cold. All right, let's take a look at these amethyst earrings. These are 14K gold. They've been cleaned and sanitized with the ultrasonic and the steam cleaner. And these got these nice chunky back pieces on them. Big ones. It says 14K right there. And they're nice and tight so they won't accidentally slip off your ear. The approximate size of this thing, can't measure it accurate, real accurate, without taking it out, but it looks like it's 10 millimeters. Let's see here, by about 16 or 17. 10 by 17 millimeter amethyst earrings. Very nice, big ones. Let's see what we got for weight on this. And those are 11.3 grams. All right, the last thing I have here is a 14K gold diamond ring. Very nice diamonds. I don't know if you can see the marking in there. It says 14K on the inside. I've cleaned it and buffed it up. Got all the scratches off of it. It looks very nice. That big diamond there, let's measure that and see what we got for a size on that thing. Looks like it's going to be about 3.5 millimeters as well. And then these small ones, they're going to be hard to measure down in the setting. They're about 2 millimeter roughly, each one of them. And they're nice diamonds. They're nice clear diamonds. They're not all cloudy. Let's see what we got for weight on this. We've got 5.5 grams of 14K. Okay, we want to show you that these are in fact diamonds. They are not CZs. I've got me a diamond tester set up here. And if you look, they go up into the diamond range. These are in fact diamonds, every one of them. And these earrings down here, we tested these already, but I'm going to test them again for you. You can see that they are in fact real diamonds and not CZs. Okay, I've got a filter funnel set up here. I'm adding some hydrochloric acid to the ferrous sulfate. You'll see here what it does when I add it. It turns it green. It's probably about 100 milliliters or so. Now what we'll do is go ahead and filter our ferrous sulfate so we can use it for this precipitation. I'm going to move this out of the way. Got it all filtered out and we're ready to use this to precipitate our gold. I'll save this nitric acid. It can be used to pull silver and base metals out in a future video. Alright, here's a look at our pure gold down in there. That gold right there, just like it is. It's very close to 3/9 fine without any further processing. Now we'll add some distilled water to this and give it a boil in some distilled water. Add this on slight boil now for a few minutes. What we'll do is we'll take this water boil now, pour it off into our silver jar. Now we should be ready to refine our gold with aqua regia. I'm going to start this off by adding some hydrochloric acid to the gold, and then I'm going to put it on time lapse and add some sulfuric acid and small doses of nitric acid until we get all this gold to dissolve. Got all the gold to dissolve. I used about a ½ liter of hydrochloric acid and 12 3-milliliter doses of nitric acid, 36 milliliters of nitric acid, ½ kilo of hydrochloric, and we got all that gold to dissolve. Pull it down, let it cool off. I'm going to add a few ice cubes to cool the solution down. What we'll do is get set up to filter. After the first pass, the solution was still a little cloudy, so I ran it back through the same filter a second time. And I just wanted to comment on the sand in the heat dish there on the heater. That seemed to have worked well. It stopped banging and popping from those steam explosions. So the sand idea was a good idea. Let's get our gold bearing solution out of here, and let's go ahead and transfer this solution now into a clean beaker. Get ready for the precipitation. Nice and clear. That second pass through the filter cleaned it up real nice for us. So we got a nice clean, clear, and bright solution. Get a stannous test before we get going here. There you can see that dark stain. We've got gold in solution. Let me swap these around. I want the bigger precipitation here. Here's our ferrous sulfate that we're going to use to precipitate the gold with. That's what the junk that's in the funnel or the filter. So let's get this out of the way now. Get set up to do this precipitation. Here we go. We've got our ferrous sulfate all filtered out and ready to go. I'm just going to add it right on in to the gold solution. You can see that gold solution is nice and clear. Here we go. We're going to precipitate using the ferrous sulfate. There's the gold. I can see it coming out of solution now. Kind of frothing up, turning brown. All right, that went pretty good. Not bad. Let's give this a stir. I'm going to get in here and do another status test on this liquid. That ferrous sulfate looks like gold in solution. It's kind of tricky. But you can see by that negative status test, all the gold has precipitated. I've been at this now for about 13 hours. We've got all the gold precipitated out. Look at that down in there. See that? This is a 4-liter beaker too. That's a lot of gold down there. I think I've got it all precipitated out. I can't remember if I did a status test. Yeah, I did. I already did the status test. I'm getting tired. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to call this part 1. Wrap this video up. Sorry to do that to you. Go in and get some sleep, come out in the morning and finish this up. Tonight I'll get those items that I featured, those jewelry items that I featured, listed on my eBay site, and I'll put links in the description of this video. Okay, this will